I'm gonna be making stir-fried rice vermicelli with vegetables. Now this dish is vegan, gluten-free, oil-free, and soy-free. It's like so free. Now, I actually got inspired to create this dish because I grew up eating the same dish back home in Singapore. And it's a very popular dish there, and it's called stir-fried bihun. Now, the only difference between my version today and the version that I get back home is that mine doesn't contain any soy sauce. And I created this dish out of the love for those of you out there who are allergic to soy. Now trust me, this dish is still gonna taste pretty damn good and pretty damn Asian, and so stay tuned, watch the rest of the video to see how I make it. Enjoy. Alright, so we're gonna get started. I have here rice vermicelli, and I bought this from the Asian supermarket, and you know, you can actually get this from a regular supermarket too. And I'm using half a pack. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw this into warm water, and you just need to soak it for 2 minutes and fish it out of the water after that. I strained the rice vermicelli and then set it aside. Okay, so now on to the next stage. I'm going to be building my sauce for the stir fry. As you know, this is an oil-free recipe for, you know, all of you high-carb, low-fat vegans out there, or any of you who don't like to eat oil or kind of want something low-fat. This is the dish for you. Now, since I'm not putting in oil, my secret weapon is vegetable broth. I add 1 cup of vegetable broth to a pan. So now I'm gonna start adding in the vegetables that will flavor the broth. In goes 4 cloves of fresh minced garlic, 2 stalks of sliced scallion, half of a whole carrot julienned into strips, and 3/4 cup of sliced sweet onion. So I'm gonna let the vegetables simmer in the broth for about 8 to 10 minutes until the carrots are cooked. And once the carrots are cooked, I'm gonna move on to the next stage. So I have here 5 fresh shitake mushrooms, and I'm gonna slice them up, and I love the bold flavor that they're gonna give to this dish. So the carrots do look like they're cooked. Now it'll be time to add in the rest of my flavorings for the sauce. Now I'm going to be using coconut aminos, and this is a soy sauce substitute. And it's a little bit sweeter than soy sauce, but it has really lovely flavor, and it's really going to flavor this dish beautifully. First, I add in 3/4 cup of coconut aminos, then followed by 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. To deepen the flavor, I add in 1 teaspoon of cumin. So I'm gonna give it a quick stir and sort of let everything come together. Now, time to throw in the shiitake mushrooms. They're gonna take about, 4 minutes to cook or so. All right, so I'm gonna be adding in a big, generous, heaping handful of spinach. And I never really measure how much spinach I put in. I just love spinach, so I tend to go to town with this. Now for the finishing touch to all of this, I'm gonna season with a little bit of sea salt just to tie all the flavors together. So now the mushrooms are done, and it's time to put in the rice vermicelli. So in all this goes. Now you really only need to cook the rice vermicelli for about 2 minutes because it's already cooked in the warm water that we put it in just now. So you don't really need to, dunk it in here too long. So about 2 minutes and it's all done. So this is looking really good. All the vegetables are cooked and the noodles are well incorporated with the sauce. I mean, look at that. Come on. I mean, look. This is like beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna turn off the heat because you don't want this to dry out too much. And all right, we're ready to plate. And I'm gonna give myself a gigantic heaping amount because that's what I deserve. So for the finishing touch, I always love to add some cilantro on top because that gives it that pop of color, and I love the freshness that cilantro imparts to this dish. So before I taste this dish, I always love to add a little bit of sriracha because sriracha is life. And so I'm gonna put a little bit of that. Okay, here we go. Stir some of it in. I'm gonna take my first bite. Now, if you like your noodles kind of silky, you can put a little bit of sesame oil. I'm fine with the way it is.
Today is a day in which I've got some things to say to you about things.
Okay, this is like the best partner to this. Definitely try and eat it with sriracha. Really, really heightens the experience. The noodles are al dente, really chewy texture, yet soft. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just pretty heavenly. And then mushroom. That coconut aminos, I mean, you don't need soy. You don't need to have soy in your kitchen if you want to cook Asian. Just go get some coconut aminos and it'll save your life. Seriously. I'm gonna take one last bite because this is like too good to be true. You know, the best kind of food is the kind of food that makes you feel like primal, you know, messy and disgusting. And this makes me feel that way. So I'm gonna be alone with it because we got business to do. All right, see you later.
I don't like that. I need some time to think. Let's sit and have a drink. I'm not picky, no. I'm not picky either. Coffee or alcohol's fine. There's a rumor going around that I'm much too intense. It's not me, it's just the nature of events. You know, all too often I'm taken out of context. And taken out of context, I can seem so out of place.